Welcome to LCAT News Update. I'm Allie Carrington. In our top story this week, a decision by the Planning Board on Tuesday means that the gas station at the corner of Shaker Road and Chestnut Street may soon be open for business. Owners of the project had objected to an earlier ruling by the Planning Board that 24-hour operation granted under the original special permit for the project was subject to amendment when the ownership changed partway through the construction. In an effort to break the impasse and open for business, the owners proposed operating hours between 5 a.m. and 1 a.m.
That after much consideration, my client is willing to reduce the hours of operation down to the suggested hours, I think, of 1 a.m. and reopen again at 5 a.m. with the board's approval, obviously.
It's an improvement. And I would suggest that what we do is vote to amend the special permit to include hours of operation from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. and to change the name to the name of the new owner. Any further discussion on that?
Let me make sure I understand what our vote is now.
Our vote is to amend the
So
special...
now I'm going nay.
To amend the special permit to the hours of 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. and to change the name to the name of the new owner. That's the motion that's being voted on now. All those in favor?
Well, discussion, because it's a new motion. So I will vote for these new hours, because obviously my motion was denied, and I put it out there because I felt it was in the best interest of the town.
That's good.
And I do want to thank the owner for coming back with additional hours.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
4 to 1. Special permit will issue as amended.
Edward Sabella, attorney for the developers, said he was confident a decision would be made quickly about the operator for the convenience store and that the business would be open for operation
Under
soon.
their own name.
I don't know how quickly they can get the co-brand up there.
Okay.
That quickly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they can do it rather quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
The Planning Board also approved the preliminary subdivision plan for Redstone Pond Estates, a residential development off of Elm Street on the site of the former sandstone quarry and recreation area operated for many years by the Linder family as Redstone Lake.
So moved. Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. So you got your preliminary. Thank you.
The board also came closer to an agreement on provisions for the proposed zone change sought for the former package machinery site on Chestnut Street.
I think the two issues, the one issue that I'm still a little hung up on is overlay versus zone. If the issue is that the owners would like to retain the ability to use it as industrial garden park if the project doesn't fly for some reason after we do this, then we could add those uses in. If you can put language in there that protects the existing use, okay, until the new use comes in, then I would be comfortable with that.
And there would be site plan approval.
Yes.
With the special permit for those several uses we've discussed, restaurants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
The ones that are special permits everywhere in town.
Right.
Right. We're comfortable with the overall approach here. Let's say, let's give it to, back to the applicants to work with Mr. Smith to come up with something that is ready to get dropped into the bylaw, and then we can vote on that.
At the school committee meeting, the high school administration and guidance department proposed a slight change to language in the graduation requirements to allow more flexibility in student schedules.
Another way to look at it, and I think for us, as professionally trained school counselors, it allows us to use our skill set to guide kids more appropriately and more specifically. So I don't look at it from an ease of scheduling standpoint. We pick up our kids, we're very lucky since we changed our counselor assignments that we now see our students from their freshman year through their senior year, which gives us a great ability to develop relationships with these kids and really start to figure out sort of what their passion is and what drives them around either our traditional academic learning or non-traditional academic learning. So for the same kids that the ease of scheduling would help. I can't tell you the countless students that we've all worked with that have grown a passion or interest in a certain elective-based course, and then once they got into their junior or senior year, didn't have the ability to take that elective course because of the restrictions of the schedule, or because we had to get a fine art in, or vice versa, we had to get a business in. And so for me, when I work with students individually, that's frustrating when you know a kid has developed a real passion or interest in a certain discipline, but can no longer continue to pursue it because of the specificity of the elective requirements. So I don't really look at it as much as I do the ease of scheduling, although I think all of us would be dishonest if we said that it won't help with some of those scheduling conflicts. So I think you're right. And I think given our schedule, in that none is perfect, we will still run into situations where there will be a student that may very much want a business course the following year, and based on their schedule, that business course may still not fit. But I think what this new proposal would do is give us a chance to identify those kids a little bit earlier so that we'd have a better job of planning ahead for them.
In other news, the East Long Meadow Health Department held its second annual flu clinic on Wednesday afternoon. Health Director Amy Pachowski says the turnout was higher than expected. In addition to the vaccine offered to residents, it was an opportunity to share other information and resources on public health with the community.
Turnout has been really great. We're really excited that people are taking advantage of these free vaccines. We were actually audited by the state DPH today so they could see how we would do in a real emergency, and things went really well. So if there was need for mass prophylaxis, we'd be able to get our residents vaccines really quickly. So this is an easy way for us to see how many we're able to move through in a short amount of time. It seems like people are really interested in it, and I hope that we can keep this momentum going for a year to come.
Next, a reminder that October 8th through 14th is Fire Prevention Week. Remember to replace the batteries in household smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. And stop by the East Long Meadow Fire Station on Saturday, October 14th for their annual open house. Free pizza, activities for the kids, and tips and information on fire safety for the whole family starting at noon. Also a reminder, on Saturday, October 21st, Celebrate East Long Meadow will present a day of food, crafts, lots of fall activities, and a live concert that evening. There is no entrance fee to the vendor area or the concert, and all activities for kids are free. The popular Pioneer Valley band Fever will perform. Again, that's Saturday, October 21st from noon to 9 p.m. Bring the whole family and celebrate East Long Meadow. That's it for this edition of LCAT News Update. Thanks for watching. I'm Allie Carrington. See you next week.